And Jay, what's going on, man? Good afternoon, brother. Yes, happy Sunday to you as well. It is the Lord's Day, but of course, it is always the Lord's Day every day. But y'all know how it is. Today is just an extra special. Y'all know what I mean. Bill, what's going on? Everybody that's joining in on the stream, I appreciate your time. I appreciate your appearance, your support, your love right in the chat area. I really greatly appreciate you as always, every single time. Everybody on here, Eric, Richard, everybody. All right, so as you guys just saw in the title area, all right, we are going to be talking about the new Tori news that just happened, I think, yesterday. Just read my daddy. So what we're going to talk about, yes, VLB, well, VL baby girl. What's going on, everybody? Before I even continue, I want to say ahead of time to anybody and everybody who joins on today's stream, I highly appreciate you. I'm beyond grateful for you kind of like using your time to be on here. You could be anywhere else in the world, all right? As Lincoln Park once said. But you're here with not with us because it's just me, but you're here with me. So I appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. So, yeah, I heard about that. And we're going to get to that a little bit later, Eric, but we're definitely going to talk about it later on. Sunshine, everybody give a round of applause and a hands up for Sunshine. All right, she's feeling better. She's back on her feet. She's at 110%. She is back on the grind. So show Sunshine some love. I mean, everybody show everybody some love in the chat area, obviously. But, of course, she was missing from the chats and the live streams that I've been doing the last few days or whatever. So it's good to have her back. So anyways, without further ado, guys, yesterday was an eventful day for sure. Matter of fact, it wasn't even yeah, we'll get to that, Eric. We'll get to that. So this is what happened. All right. I got to say this from the get-go because if not, you guys will not fully understand what happened, with me at least, okay? So usually you guys know me for being pretty much that guy that you can almost count on, 100% to like record the live streams of Rami and other predator catcher channels and all that good stuff. Usually I'm that guy, all right? But not yesterday, but the day before yesterday, I had my hands tied all afternoon, all the way until like 1 a.m, okay? And I was beyond busy. I was trying to help my dad out with something that he was trying to do for his church. And I could have recorded the stream that Rami did and like uploaded it to my channel on the spot. But what had happened was that because first of all, I worked all morning and then I worked all afternoon, all until 1 a.m. I was extremely exhausted. I was like tired. Like when I got to the house at 1 a.m, I didn't even put my phone in charge. I just threw it on the floor and basically just went to sleep. But I was aware that he had some news about Tori from Predator Poachers. And I wanted to like see what that was about because obviously, when he says it's like important news or whatever, or he's gonna expose this person, I was like, it's interesting. But I went straight to sleep. The minute I wake up, I remembered, and I'm like, holy crap! Like I forgot to check what that whole thing with Tori was about. So when I go on to YouTube, as I usually do, um, I see the notifications of like Rami like doing like putting up the live stream of what had happened or whatever. And apparently, okay, apparently Tori from Predator Poachers, the secretary, if you will, for Alex Rosen on Predator Poachers Texas, or the hub, um, was exposed to be a catfish. All right. Now, here's the thing, guys, and this is where this channel kind of like strives on. All right. Now, the question here is, all right, was she wrong for catfishing the predator poachers, or were the predator poachers, or better said, Alex, wrong for not doing a really good background check on her to make sure, obviously, she is who she says she is? Because if these guys, especially Alex, are really good at what they do, catching these predators and pretty much like exposing them and doing a background check on them, why were they not able to, kind of like, if it's someone who's gonna work in the organization, you would think, they would do like a background check and see, okay, this person is who they say they are, blah, blah, blah. The basics, the foundations of what it is to add someone to your team or organization. You know what I'm saying? What up, Alan? What's going on? So that's like the question that's on my mind. I mean, don't get me wrong. Obviously, anybody who catfishes anybody is in the wrong. But what I'm trying to say here is, what's actually worse? Tori pulling that off as well as she did and I'm not even gonna say, because it's weird, because Tori, now I'm thinking about the person who actually was on the picture, but it wasn't the person on the picture. So I mean, who even knows if her real name is Tori? Let's see. Big Man says, I'm replacing Tori as secretary / brand ambassador of Predator Poachers. Follow me on IG. I don't even know if that's true, but sure, we'll give you a follow, Big Man. I mean, from what I've seen thus far from you, I can vouch for you to a certain extent. So, yeah, that's what I'm trying to say, Taylor. Like, and this is nothing against Alex fully, at least not completely. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's perfect. And when you're doing something like this for the first time, obviously, people reach out to you and you want to hope, for the best and say, yeah, like, let's have this person on with the team or whatever. You see what I'm saying? Sunshine? See, that's not even her name, right? So I don't even know the person who was pretending to be Tori. I don't even know her real name. So what's really worse? The fact that this person had the balls or the guts and the finesse to kind of like sneak their way into the organization. You know what I'm saying? Or the fact that that these guys did not handle the background check as well as they should. And I say they because I don't want to point fingers towards Alex himself. All of them, every single one of them. Somebody in that organization should have said, "Hold up, bro. Like, has anyone like met up with this person, or at least done like a video chat or something, anything to kind of like make sure, just for the heck of it, just to see that this person is who they say they are, at least." Because as Rami said, no one cares if you're 200, 300, 400, 500 pounds. Just if you're honest from the get-go, okay, cool. You're this person and you're, selected to be a secretary. Whatever. It is what it is. It's the fact that, they got catfished as well as they did for as long as they did. Because how long has predator approaches been a thing? And I want to say Tori has been like the secretary for like over a year now, maybe. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, if it was that easy for a regular person to kind of like finesse their way into the organization, what's to be expected? You know what I'm saying? Like, who is there? Like somebody else catfishing the predator poachers within the organization? I mean, are they all who they say they are? I don't even know. I don't even know who's working inside their actual team. So let's see. Sunshine says, I think it's equal fault on both sides. Definitely. Taylor says no one knows who this Tori lady is. Big Matt says we did a video chat and different things to verify that I'm who I am, so they learn from it at least. Okay, Tori was with Predator Poacher for 6 months. I thought it was more, man. I honest to God, I thought she was in the Predator Poachers branch organization for longer than that. But yeah, 6 months is half a year. So I mean, you might as well say almost towards a year. But yeah, finessing this shit. Yeah, exactly. And that's scary, man. That's scary to think that these guys are professionals in what they do and finding out the fakes and people who pretend to be and who don't pretend to be, and kind of like knowing their way around the fakes and the real people. It's kind of like a little troublesome, a little worrisome. But my thing is, okay, let's not just expose her, but let's kind of like buckle down, or I guess like be a bit more safe in choosing and picking who is part of the organization. So as Big Man just said, they ran a background check on him. They did a video chat. They checked out. Okay, that person is who they say they are. This has to be taken extremely seriously, because guess what? And I'm not saying this is happening. Look, you can record me right now and screen record this or whatever you want to do. I'm not saying that this has happened or is happening or will happen. But the worry part is, at least for me, is if that was easy for someone like that, okay, to finesse their way in, what about actual predators that actually are, a bit smarter in that area, or know their way around technology a little bit more than what she did, and kind of like finesse their way into the Predator Poachers or any other Predator Catcher Channel type of organization? That's the scary part. Not a regular person, but an actual predator, like finessing their way in and kind of like being sneaky like that. That's, to me, that's a little worried. Let's see. Yeah. So outside from all this, I gotta say, like let's see. Catfishing wasn't the worst part, but I can't say anymore. Let's put that up here real quick. So here's the thing, guys. Another thing along with this, and I'm not gonna completely cut that topic off, but I noticed something kind of like heart-wrenching, all right, to my person. So, I think it was today. Today I wake up, and as always, I'm checking my channel or whatever, because we're pushing for that not only 1,000 subscriber mark, but we're seeking to expand. We're seeking to grow as a YouTube channel family, as a content creator, all these things. And today I seen that the subscriber base dropped from, I think it was 730 something to like 706. And I'm like, okay, I don't want to assume, but I want to guess or assume that it was because yesterday I didn't cover this topic as fast as I should have or something like that. And I want to just let you guys know, okay? While this channel does dedicate most of its time to protecting or defending or supporting, better said, all these predator catching channels, sometimes us creators need like a break here and there, the same way that the actual predator catchers and poachers need their break. Like Polo took a break and it was well deserved. And I even told him through Instagram, I said, hey, man, I completely support the break that you're taking, because especially for someone like you who was a former victim, it takes a toll on your mind. It takes a toll on, your emotions and all this stuff. And we all need a break. So I completely support you. Take as long of a break as you want or need, and come back fresh, 110 and ready to go. So no, I know. What I'm trying to say is, Richard, is, I do my best to provide you guys with extra information on the side or my personal opinion. And I try to get the other predator poachers involved from time to time. Some of them come up on here every now and then, like Alex has been coming on here the last 2 streams, I think. And I like to get a bigger picture of what's presented to us in these different streams and kind of like work through the information together as a family. And I try to be that mediator or that person in between, trying to stay neutral, but obviously trying to support these people who are doing this predator catching thing and putting themselves on the line on a daily basis. I do agree with that, Bill. It was just weird. It was just weird how, out of nowhere like that, the same way you're going up, 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 and then out of nowhere you get hit with a low blow, boom, down like 20-something people. And it's all right, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm not mad or upset or anything like that, but I just want to remind you guys that, I do try my best to give you guys quality content, obviously, and always try to, be one of the first ones in, sharing the news or sharing like the streams with you guys, because I think Rami changed now and he's like keeping his streams up, but like private or unlisted or something like that. But like I still try to be there as like a primary or secondary source of getting all this information and these streams. Hey, Alan, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. Yeah. So back to the actual topic. All right. So what should be next with this Tori character? Because I'm aware that because I saw Rami's stream afterwards, obviously, and I saw how he was pretty much saying, hold on, Alex was paying for the Baytime. Send her money. Cam, I'm gonna check on that later, man, because I know you're always trying to provide proof or share information, and I do appreciate that about you. I really do. But I gotta check the legitimacy of that, with all due respect, as I have to do with anybody who shares anything on here. I have to double and triple check the information from multiple sources and see, okay, this is legit, this is iffy, or this is not. So I'll check on that later. Just remind me. But I think I heard something about that yesterday while Rami was talking about it. Anyways, what should be done with this character known as Tori? What should be the next steps taken to pretty much deal with her in the whole situation? Because I'm not part of the organization, so I don't know what goes on beyond the scenes and behind the curtain as far as like, whatever, money and all this other stuff. What should be the actions taken from Alex or any other of the predator poachers concerning her, this character or this person faking to be Tori? I'm gonna check on the chat area and just take a sip of my monster real quick and let you guys answer that. And yes, it is invisible because it is the green one. So obviously the green screen and it's a green can, so it's gonna have that effect. I'm not drinking invisible drink. I'm just drinking regular monster. Anyways, you know what I'm trying to say. Anyways, in the chat area, I want to hear you guys' opinions and feedback. What should be done about the person pretending to be Tori, who was a secretary for predator poachers up until a few days ago, because of the catfishing situation and all that good stuff. Let's see what you guys got, and then I'll get back to you after I, take a sip of this real quick. I'm gonna be looking over here. So. That's funny, Alan. What you know what's funny? You just said that, and hand to God, I'm not even like lying, but I thought somehow she was like related to like Alex or his girlfriend or his wife, or I thought she was like someone really close to some of these like predator poachers. Let's see. Tori was flexing money sent to her from Alex on Instagram until Alex told her. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Okay. But then of course I can't verify that right away because I'm guessing Tori already took down her account or whatever or made it private. So that's not something I can see unless someone took a screenshot or screen record of before all the situation happened. So if anybody has that kind of like information, like saved on their phone for whatever reason, pictures or screen records of her flexing the money that Alex would give her on Instagram, that'd be greatly appreciated. Did she do anything other than hiding her real appearance? I'm not saying what she did wasn't wrong, but what else did she do? Well, okay, that in itself is really bad, only because it's not about, no one cares about the person's appearance, but it's the fact that she lied for this long and got away with it for this long. So that's why I was saying earlier that, imagine if it was like an actual predator, the one catfishing and pretty much lying for this long and being a part of the organization for this long and getting away with it. You know what I mean? So that wasn't Tori. No, it was Jacqueline. That was not Tori at all. Of course, the initial picture was not Tori. The other person that was on the last picture that I think Rami shared in the live stream, that's the actual Tori. I tried to invite her on Instagram live stream. She denied the request. Yeah, she's gonna deny. Listen, a person who's catfishing or faking who they are is always gonna have an excuse to not get on a live stream, not get on video chat, not want to meet in person, etc., etc., etc. So I mean, that, and even Rami said it. He said, I had a feeling something was up with her because every time we had like a meeting amongst us predator poachers or whatever, and she would be on there but didn't want to show her face, it was like a big red flag. But this is the worst thing you could do in that situation. He assumed that someone else had seen her in person already, and I'm guessing everybody else thought the same thing about another predator poacher. I'm guessing or assuming that somebody else already seen her in person or video chat with her, so it's good. So the worst thing you could do, it was freaking assume, and not say, hey, amongst everybody, hey, we're all wondering, hey, when are you gonna show your face in a video chat? We're just curious, just wondering, because we're all showing our faces, and you're like the only one who's not showing their face. It's just weird. Hindsight 2020. Yeah. Jacqueline, there's a picture. I'm not sure if he has it on his Instagram now or what, but there's a picture going around because apparently on one of the last streams that they were doing on a meeting, she forgot to block her camera like she always does, and she let it go on for a few seconds, enough for someone to actually take action and say, hold up, let me take a screenshot or a screen record of this, because who is that? That's not the same person on the pictures. Oh, Sunshine. Nice. Okay, let's see. Trust but verify, like we can say, and that's what we say at the airport too. Trust but verify, obviously. BL Baby Girl says, okay, I get that. I don't know if she did anything nefarious to their channels. Up until I'm aware of and looked into, because I've been pretty much going through all the predator catchers like IGs and YouTube channels just to double check if something has been done to kind of like whatever, what's the word? Sabotage. Oh God, the word almost left me. Sabotage her channels. And I'm not sure that she has done something like that, but maybe she's done something like on the financial side. I'm not sure. Okay. Let's see what Alex Workman is saying here. He said, by the way, I didn't come onto your last stream because I didn't feel like waiting in the stream until you were ready for the topic. It's dead news now. Anyways, now you were. Okay. All right. Fair enough. And I'm okay with that, bro. Like, I didn't want to make that the main topic because I did want to explain other stuff that was going on. Obviously, I had not been streaming the week before that stream, and I just kind of wanted to get some stuff off my chest before getting to that serious topic. But like you just said, it's kind of like irrelevant now. So it is what it is. So I'm saying here right now, I'm calling for. I'm not saying Alex Workman had something like he's not throwing shade at me per se, and I don't think he has beef with me personally. But in general, I'm calling a truce, like from my part, or from any on behalf of any other person involved in this whole predator poacher. I don't want to say drama because it's not drama anymore, but situation. So a truce between Alex and me, and on behalf of anybody else who has beef with Alex. You know what I'm saying? Let's squash it, move forward with the actual important things that are upcoming. Let's see. Oh yeah. You know what? All right. So let's see. Sunshine said she's gonna share the screenshots with me, so I'm gonna switch over to my other Instagram account because I have a personal account and I have the actual your boy JDQ account. So let's see. Sunshine, when you can, just send that to me through Instagram, and I'll show it on here on the stream. Um, did she do anything wrong? Like I said, I'm not 100% sure that that's all she did. That's something that we're waiting for other predator poachers to come forth and talk about. Sunshine on a cloudy day. I'm confused. What is the relevance of your channel to talk about the? Well, this channel, Mr. or Mrs. Let's talk about it, is I guess in a way backup channel for some of these predator poacher channels. Like sometimes I will post recordings or live streams that they do, but for whatever reason they'll take down, erase, or whatever. I would provide like a secondary chance to see those streams, and of course talk about the topics that they all pretty much are involved with. So I have the picture that she's I don't know if you guys can see this, but okay, hold on. If y'all can't see it right away, just like let me know because this is like not the best lighting to share pictures on. I think that looks kind of better-ish. And then there's more pictures. Hold on. So that's the actual Tori from Predator Poachers. And this is the one that she was like pretty much pretending to be, the person she was pretending to be. It's kind of hard to like put this like on the webcam area. I don't know if you guys can see that. But anyways, pretty much the one in the first picture is the real Tori, and the one in other pictures is a fake one. What she does. And who knows, man? Like, it's just weird. Why would you even like catfish to get inside someone's organization? That's just weird. Alex says, I swear on everything, it wasn't me, bro, so you can understand why I question Rami's credibility. Listen, man, like I said, I don't blindly follow or defend anybody. I just pretty much, if they treat me right and they're transparent with me personally, is hard for me to like, you know, not defend them or attack them. You know what I mean? So I got no problem with you, Alex Workman, at all. If anything, I see you as a brother or a fellow like supporter of these predator catching channels. Oh wow, yep. So yeah, thank you, Sunshine, for the pictures. I tried to share all of them, but I don't know how you guys are seeing them on the other side. I don't know if you can see them well or not. So, but I shared like the two main ones, like the one that who she really is, and of course the ones that she pretended to be. Sam says, "What up? What's going on, Sam? What's going on, Sam?" So we're just talking about Tori from Predator Poachers. You know, my question to you guys right now is, you know, what actions should be taken pretty much towards her, like towards a real Tori from Predator Poachers? Like, should she be confronted? Should they do like a confront video? You know what I'm saying? Like a live stream? Should Alex kind of be like, you know what? Let's let's meet this actual Tori person, in person, and let's see what she was doing, or should they take like a different approach? Because I would personally prefer somebody to confront her in person and record it or have like a live stream on it. I think live stream would be better because it'll give. Okay, hold on. Let's see. Alex wants me to read his comments. Okay, so Alex says he used his following to attack me, doxed me, made a half-hour-long video about me, and he refused to squash the beef with me like a man because he loves drama, even though he claims he doesn't. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. And I think I saw the stream that Rami was making about you, Alex, where he was like, "Yo, I want you guys to go to his Instagram and message him how like crappy he is and blah blah blah." I think I saw that stream, so I understand that from that point of view, like why you would feel like attacked by him and all that, and makes sense. And I'm with you on that 100%. I back you up there, right there. Let's see. Yeah, he was obsessed with me for days, man. And yeah, that is true, bro. That is true. I'll give you that one, Workman. But this is not to defend him, but I guess trying to look at it from a general aspect. When you see someone who was, I guess, in a way associated with somebody else who sabotaged you or your channel or whatever that you're working on, you kind of see them as equally as big of an enemy. So I think that's also the reason why he attacked you the way he did and all that. I'm not saying it was right, because I'm not saying, that part when he did that, that was completely wrong, and I'm not for that. And if he were to ask me whatever through DMs, like, oh, I would tell him like, I didn't agree with how you handled that specific situation. No one deserves to be DM'd a bunch of crap and attacked verbally and through text or whatever. That's really messed up, and I'm not for that, and I don't support it, and I don't condone it. So in that aspect, I feel bad. I feel bad for you, bro. Like that should have never happened. But at least right here, right now, I'm telling you, water under the bridge. Let's kind of like keep supporting the channels that need our support and move forward. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty much done with the drama between Rami and Alex, though. I support both for what they do for the community and won't let the personal differences affect me because they have nothing to do with me. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Eric, I've seen that too, bro. And that's really messed up. But listen, guys, and I've said this before a few times already. When we get to this channel, when we get to my channel, and I'm not saying anybody is doing this or, but let's try to remember every time we get on one of these streams, let's look at it as a, not an A&A meeting, but let's look at it as like a place where we can like pretty much like relax and enjoy talking about content that is worthy to be talked about. You know what I'm saying? Like the Tori situation is something that is like completely out of left field and off the wall and should be addressed. Why? Because people like this, I mean, it's so easy for them to manipulate other people because it's so easy for them to fake that there's somebody else and get what they want. So let's see. Trying to ruin someone's life over YouTube comments, and he's acting like I'm the one that took the L. All right, so I think we got Alex on here. Yeah. So, anyways, speaking of talking about things that actually matter, let's see. Cam says, "Well, what up, Alex? What's going on, bro? Tori was in charge of signing up new members that wanted to be poachers. Alex made her in charge just based off her pick. Alex admitted to paying her after the Instagram photo." Did you read my? Sam wants me to read the message that he posted last. Yeah, I read that earlier. Yeah. Yeah, and that's the thing, guys. I don't want this channel to be another channel to kind of like keep the drama going. That's not what this channel is intended for. This is actually a channel hopefully for squashing beef and squashing drama and just moving forward with the actual support of these channels. Little drama. All right. Alex, hold on, because I have a feeling you want to say something on here, bro, and I would love to have you on here, but I'm trying to keep this as like with less drama as possible. So, all right, Zeke, man, what's going on, Zeke, man? Um, anyways, I guess what I'm trying to say is when anybody gets on these streams, I want you guys to look at it as a place to be like, oh, did you see Predator Poachers Toronto's last live catch? Did you see Alex's last catch? CC Unit's last catch? I want it to be more about that kind of like topic. I want the drama to be little to none, only because the drama is inescapable in this genre, I guess. And it's kind of messed up, but it's the truth. There's always something to talk about within the drama side of things. All right, so Alex says I didn't pay Tori off of the photo. So Alex, real quick, bro. Now that you're on here, I got to ask, what was your process like when you hired Tori to be pretty much your secretary? What happened? How did you go about adding her as your secretary? Okay, I paid her for helping out. You can't let me on. Okay, yeah, I'll have you on here, and then I'll let you explain how that process went, and kind of like let you explain that. Yeah, give me 1 second, bro. I think I'm gonna have to disconnect my. Yeah, so wait for that. Is there no sound at all now? Like at all? Okay, so what's going on, Alex? What's going on, bro?
What's up? Hey. Oh, dude, she got all of us, man. What can I say?
And that's what I want to know, like how that happened, because I mean, for the most part, I would say every single one of you like is pretty like professional.
Oh, dude, you're cutting off again. No, like I can't hear you. And like your mic's cutting off. Yeah, dude, your mic's muted. So much for saying we will not be silenced. Jesus Christ, man. Unmute your shit. I can't hear you. Oh God, dude, this is freaking. This is YouTube's ploy to silence to silence non-mainstream content creators. Dude, you got to take this up with Susan, bro. Okay. You can't hear? Okay. Now. You're back. All right. So, all right, you hear me now?
Yep.
All right. Yeah, man. Dude, we all got duped, man, and I'll take responsibility for it. You know what I mean? Like, it's just
freaking A. Awesome, bro.
It's just the thing is, she came in as this old picture, you know what I mean? So we just assumed it was her. And I'm sure this wasn't the first community that this has happened to with her. And I'm sure the people that she's gotten money from under the guise of a picture are not the first people that's happened to. And I didn't pay her based on a picture. I paid her based on her sharing shit. And I paid her for what she did, man. I didn't pay her too much, but I paid her for what she did. She was definitely worth something. And we know Cam likes to twist words, both when he's talking and when he hears other people talk. But no, I paid. No, I'm sorry. She had these simps pay her off of the picture. I never did. I paid her because of her actions. But there were mods of the channel that aren't mods anymore. They're mad at me for outing her as this, and they paid her because they were in love with her. They were attracted to that picture.
Yeah.
Her image, her whole online image was just an image. You know what I mean? Like it's just, and it just wasn't right. Like I just don't like deception and I don't like lying. So it just the same reason I got rid of our favorite Egyptian. She's gone too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's why I just don't like that. And I probably could have handled it better. Like, the secret leaked out of my little Wuhan lab. You know what I mean? Into the internet shit. But you know what? Screw it. I can't say I got really any sympathy. She was a cat. I mean, pufferfish to all of us, man. Come on. It just wasn't right what she did. And see, ideally, like we all know she's insecure. And I make fun of everybody. I make fun of cripples. I make fun of pretty much everything. Right. But I don't do it because I feel shitty about myself. I do it because I just genuinely like laughing at people. It's different when you were hiding behind a screen under a fake name. Well, probably not a fake name, but a fake picture. And you're making fun of people out of insecurity and not putting yourself by those words. You know what I mean? And that's where it's wrong. And ideally, or not ideally, but if she would have just posted old pictures and not have taken advantage of her using old pictures, then it would have just been, okay, well, you know what? You have some insecurity issues, but hey, you still do a good job for us. So you can stay like, not everything's a fireable offense. You know what I mean?
Right.
Not every mistake is like, oh, time to cancel them, time to do this, time to do that. But the only problem is she used that platform to take advantage of weak-minded men. And this community, it attracts vulnerable people, whether it's victims or in Tori's case, people like her, whether it's just, weak-minded men that just are so easily influenced and manipulated by a single picture. Like they just, they just fall in love so quickly with an image. And, apparently this person that she was talking to, they never video chatted. And then Tori in Toronto did, but it was like at 1 a.m. a few months ago, apparently. And Tori accidentally had her camera on, and Toronto passed it off as, she's just not wearing makeup, whatever. It's just bad. It's like at 1 a.m. He's not thinking about that. You know what I mean? That's across his mind. I think what he said was, okay, Tori's brother, give her the phone back, but I don't think she heard that. So. But yeah, man, dude, but honestly, we were all pissed off for a few days about the whole situation, man, because, she was a quote unquote secretary, but she was a friend, man, truly. And none of this would have happened if she can just simply turn on a camera. You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
and that's what I was saying earlier, like, no one really cares. Has she been a 95-pound person, a 200-pound person, whatever? No one cares. If you're,
dude, yeah, I would have asked for her autograph because I thought that was like a former NFL offensive lineman. I would have looked. But like Jackie said, Toronto, dude, we're all a little bit heartbroken about that, man.
Yep.
So it just sucks, bro. It sucks. She had her ego is more inflated than her stomach, man. So I guess that's what ended up being her downfall.
Now here's my question. You said you were gonna get on pretty much finding out who this person really is. How far into it are you already? Like, do you find out like where she actually lives?
Trust me, we're investigating. I have people working around the clock doing this. We're very, very far into it. I can't give any more details because no. So we do think it's her because she showed us. Her arms are covered in tattoos. So she did show us a turkey leg with food color. I mean, her forearms covered in tattoos, and she showed us that. So we think it's her, but there's just a little bit. There are some still missing pieces, but my bureau of finding out who the fuck Tori really is. We're all leaning toward it being just old pictures of her, and it's really the way she handled it, man. Like my foster dad, nailed a fucking quote to my forehead that said, life isn't what it's about, it's how you handle things. I'm just kidding. I never had a foster dad, but my dad did he did nail that quote. And she just ended so badly. Like it turned into a somewhat non-issue. And just like her stomach the past 5 years just got bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, man. So, I mean, yeah.
So here's my question. Like I'm pretty sure somebody or a lot of people on here want to know about this, but like once you actually find out, okay, this person is this person or whatever, are you guys going to confront her in person and do some kind of like live stream while you're doing that, or what's going to happen with like about
that? Before the whole thing got out of the lab, me and Toronto tried calling her, and because we were the ones that were closest to her and that knew her the most. And the thing is, like, me and Toronto are basically the starters of the whole branch thing. And, we gave her the platform and we let her into our little world and shit. And at least she could owe us either an apology or at least turning on the camera, So, I don't know. I think the only time she turned on the cam was when Cam Robinson got a boner from looking at her old picture. But other than that, little cut. But, yeah, man. So, I don't know. We just all feel bad.
I mentioned something earlier. How this happened. It was like a regular person. And I'm like, yo, like if it was that easy for someone like her to kind of like finesse her way into the branch, how much easier would it be for someone who's actually like smarter up here and like knows her way around like technology a little better? And how much easier would it be for like an actual predator to kind of like sneak their way in? Do you think that would happen?
I don't. I mean, I am learning this shit on the spot and all that. And I think she is one of those high level people that does it. I don't think she was stupid with it, because in all these other communities where it's like about simps and all that shit, and she's definitely done this before. She's a nomad, man. She just moves from simp community to simp community, and she's like a serial killer skipping the country, man. She's gonna find somewhere else to do this, and I think we got duped. Now, luckily, she didn't drain us out of money. She didn't drain us out of all this other shit. Like she just she emotionally drained us the past week, and that's about it. And that's good to learn. So we're going to enact you have to turn on the camera policy. And I think that'll be good for everything. And, there have been a lot of bad apples that have become branches and shit. And some that y'all don't even know about. Like, there's a predator poacher Spokane who turned out to be a nut job who thought Toronto was a fucking CIA agent. And yes, the same 19-year-old that lives in Canada is a CIA agent. So, there's just crazy shit like that. So, just the vetting has to be better, but I could do a way better job of that and all that. So
awesome.
And I think we
too. They were like, wait, what?
Say one more time.
Oh, I was saying that earlier. Some of the guys on the chat was asking like, oh, like what kind of like problems did she actually cause besides hiding her face? Like, what kind of like sabotage did she cause the channels or Predator Poacher's channel? Besides her like not exposing herself and showing who she really is, what kind of damage has she done? And I was like, well, who knows if she caused some financial issues? But you just cleared that up right now. You said you guys were smart enough to not let her drain you guys of resources, so that's good. Good.
It really was not that. It really is not that big of an issue. It really wasn't until she made it out that way. And the scamming of that guy. Like I didn't know she scammed that guy until after this all came out. Like I didn't know that this guy overdrew his bank account in order to give her money and shit. And she knowingly did that. Like I had no clue about that. I knew he was in love with her, but I just thought that was kind of funny. Like fucking loser. Like that doesn't outweigh all she's doing to help us. And I truly believe she didn't want to help us. I don't think she wasn't in there to sabotage us. Yeah. But through her own selfish actions, she doesn't realize how it does sabotage all of us.
Yeah.
It makes me look like a fucking idiot. You know what I mean? And I already look the way I do. I look like an even fucking bigger idiot now. So
Oh,
Yeah,
in general, it makes all you guys as a collective unit look like, hold up, man. They let that happen. How did that sneak in through the cracks or whatever? But like you said, she's smart about it, so like it can
she is.
happen to anybody.
It's just never occurred to us and shit because we would ask to video chat her sometimes, and
Hmm.
she's like, "Oh, that's weird. No, that's weird." And you know, I don't get it. Like I just don't see how it's I don't see how it's like so but we kind of passed it off. We just didn't occur to us. You know what I mean? And we
Exactly.
know those images were kind of older and shit, and
Hmm.
we all had a feeling she's probably a little bit bigger, but we had no idea to this extent, man.
Yeah, because that's a little bit bigger, and what we actually seen in the pictures recently is two big things, like two different things. But
No, it's just thing. I know it looks like two big things, but it was just
But yeah, man, I'm glad that you came on here to explain all that because a lot of the guys in the chat were asking different questions, like, and you cleared everything up. Like honestly, all the questions that has been asked thus far, you've already like pretty much clarified. So I appreciate that, bro.
well, my thing is, hold on, I'll be right back in 5 minutes with a lie to spread and cause drama. My thing is, all
Anything,
right.
anything you want to add, like before I don't know if you're gonna leave or you're gonna stick around, but anything you want to add to the information, bro?
Uh, we are breaking barriers in 2020. You know, people talk about smashing the patriarchy, but we're going in the opposite direction. We're gonna have a male secretary now. So,
I saw that. I saw that.
oh,
I think he's hold on, have him on here somewhere. Something with a B.
big man.
Big man, yeah, that's what it was. So that's
So
good.
yeah, I know he's a little bit of a femboy. I don't know why he'd want to be a secretary as a man, but he probably wants to get felt up by you when he goes to the Orlando airport and shit. But
Remember, it's Orlando Sanford, not the big one, the smaller one. So yeah,
oh
if he wants to be felt up by me, he gotta stick around and say, "Hey, I want the tan, handsome brown guy over there. I want him to fill up on
oh,
me."
damn, he's a big dick whenever you're feeling up on him. But
Listen, I've felt some crazy things, man. This one time, I had this. Well, it was an actual female, but it was transitioning from female to male.
yeah,
So that's another story. But long story short, they had that add on in that area, and she was like, "Yeah, so he said it was okay," and I'm like, "Who said that it was okay?" She was like, "Oh, the guy at the walkthrough is okay." And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" I have a fake penis, and I'm like, "Okay." So I scanned the person, for what they appeared to be. That's what we're supposed to do. And when they go on the mat, so I can like actually clear the area because obviously she did alarm near that area. I'm over here filling up the pocket, and I feel like a rubbery type substance. Like
oh
it was so gross, bro. And it was like, all right, since it wasn't that specific area, you're good to go. Because aside from that edge, that rubbery like substance, I don't know what you have there, you're good to go. Like, all right, appreciate it or whatever. It was just so awkward though, man. You working at the airport, you see some things that they traumatize you a little bit.
dude, can you imagine I catch predator sometimes as a TSA agent? You
Yeah,
know,
that would
you know,
be awesome.
you fucking randomly select. I think this 10-year-old girl with the Barbie doll I might be a terrorist.
Exactly, exactly.
Oh god.
Aye, aye, aye.
Oh
That's good
man.
though, man. All right.
Yeah.
Well, you got any catches coming up soon, bro? Like this week, or you got anything coming?
Yeah. So I have this lady that does some catches for not does some catches for me, but sets them up for me. And I also set up a few myself. Like I don't know if you caught the past week, but I've been talking to this guy on the phone in San Antonio the past week, and we caught him a few days ago. So that's gonna be dropping, I'd say next. And they removed the fucking video where I confronted the guy at the job. So we're gonna repost that video today and
Is
shit.
that
And hopefully,
the Indian guy that you guys confronted at his job or whatever? I saw.
yeah, he privacy complained it. So I'm gonna re-upload like another copy of it that I have.
Okay, good.
Um, yeah, no, I'm gonna hit up Cassidy see if he can share it, man. So hopefully, like because I really hate that shit. Like when people really try to get their video taken down instead of owning up to their shit. That's like makes me even more mad, and I just want to share it more. But yeah, then after that we have the catch where we actually end up confronting that guy in San Antonio. Disgusting as fuck, and the fact that San Antonio's district attorney apparently isn't taking any of our cases is bullshit. So, you know, at the beginning of that video, I'm going to put in like, hey, this is the district attorney's office. Nice. Hit up, because we went through his phone messages, and literally all it was just 14-year-old boys. Like, seriously, like this is true. This is truly when people say, oh, well, there's no kids on these apps, really. No, yes, there are, man. And it is easy access for these predators. And, you know, I'm not saying me at 14 would have met up with anybody. Not like, you know, anybody was hitting fat ass Alex up. But I'm not saying I would have met with anybody. But there are kids out there that truly do meet with these people. And there are kids out there saying, I'm free now. I'm free now. And they're meeting this person that has no face on his fucking Instagram. And it's truly gross. And the fact that cops didn't do shit about it was baffling, because literally 6 cop cars pulled up. They literally said the DA said he's not taking any of y'all's cases, which is bullshit. But they gave me like a little participation trophy, fucking case number. They're like, oh, do you still want it? I'm like, whatever, man. It was just bullshit. But yeah, his video is gonna be posted next. Yeah. And I got some other shit coming up. Like, I don't know. I really have a shit ton of catches to post, because, you know, I have like 80 videos from the old channel that I still got to post and shit. So I don't know. Might just go on a posting spree or whatever. And we are starting also a prank channel, like me and Polo are. So
yeah, I heard about that from Polo.
Yeah. Our first prank idea is, you know, how the Washington team name is going through a name change and shit.
Right.
So we're gonna get some custom windbreaker jackets. And we're going to get the new logo of whatever the Redskins turn out to be. We're going to get the new logo on there. We're going to get, like, you know, trucker hats, jackets, khaki pants. We're going to go to San Antonio, the fat capital of America. And we're going to, you know, because they have, like, a culture of patriarchy. We're going to go up to the fat girls and say, hey, we don't want patriarchy in our organizations. We want to recruit females to play offensive line for us. And we're going to. So that's our little prank idea that we're going to do.
I would actually watch that.
Oh, dude. I genuinely think that video could go viral. I think that's a really good idea to do. But
you're saying it, and I'm already visualizing it. I'm like, yeah, that make for a good video, actually.
Oh, dude, I'm planning on getting fucking slapped, bro.
Be prepared for it, for sure.
Yeah, I could be like, wow, look at that punch. God damn, you could fucking knock Vince Wilfork on his fucking ass or some shit, you know. So.
Oh my goodness, that's good stuff, bro.
Yeah, wait, hold on. Richard, is it throwballable later? But anyway, I'll talk soon, Sarah.
Thanks, bro. I appreciate you stopping by, man. It means a lot to me. So you have a blessed day, and everybody, obviously keep an eye out for his new content coming up this week. And peace out. You have a good one, bro.
All right, you too. Bye.
Peace. So yeah, man. I'm glad he actually stopped by, because it's better to have the person who's involved in that situation with the whole Tori thing pretty much explain and clarify a lot of the question that you guys had on here earlier. Let's see. All right, even PP Texas said that his minivan was stinking for your houses. He thinks that no, what type of mental state do you think he's in? Philly girl, I appreciate that. Today is Sunday. That's kind of like why I'm wearing it. All right, Cam, I understand where you're coming from, bro. But like I said earlier, let's try to keep all that drama stuff like to a bare minimum, if not zero. And let's kind of focus on upcoming stuff, because I have some good news and bad news. Yeah, Sam. Let me put that up here, because I 100% agree with that real quick. Yeah, he did admit to it, you know. He didn't point fingers. He said, yeah, you know, she got me. She got everybody. She got absolutely everybody in all the branches. It wasn't just him. So I'm glad he admitted to that, and he took full responsibility. He even said, you know, I take full responsibility, you know, about that whole situation. The prank channel would be great. Yeah, I think all these guys who do the predator catching stuff, they deserve some kind of like outlet channel to kind of like I don't know, like relax and kind of like recharge their batteries and do something fun on the side. That way, all this serious, because catching predators is serious business. All right, it's actually something really, really, most people will find it entertaining on the other end that you're watching the catches go on. But when you're the one doing the catches, I'm pretty sure it's like a serious like moment, to have to confront somebody and not knowing what they're capable of all the way. You don't know if that person has a weapon on them. You don't know if they're gonna attack you physically. You don't know if they're gonna just, pretty much lose it in the head and do something crazy. So, they deserve an outlet to kind of like let all that stress out and do something fun with their time. So that's good that Polo and Alex are going to do a prank channel. I fully support that, and you guys should be on the lookout for it as well. So I have a few things I want to talk about. Aside from all that, I have good news and bad news, like I just said like a minute ago. So I recently bought some gear, and I want to show it to you guys because I wanted to talk about what I'm going to be using it for. Let's see if I can get this back on here. I don't know if you guys can hear me still. Let me know if you can hear me because I just plugged in the microphone back in. Kind of like just give me like a thumbs up in the chat area if you can still hear me because I literally just plugged in the microphone back, like this one right here. So I unplugged it earlier so I can hear Alex, but I just plugged it back in right now. Okay, good. So give me 1 second, guys, and I'm going to show you something real quick. Don't go anywhere. Okay. So recently, I want to say as far back as 2 weeks ago, maybe a little more, I bought these glasses. Okay. These are like spy glasses. They got the camera in the center. They got the microphone somewhere on the right side. And I also bought a pen, which I don't, here it is. It's the same thing. It has a microphone and the camera and all that. And the reason why I bought these initially was because obviously I do hope to do my own catches once I get to the 1,000 subscriber mark. That's one of the goals I have before this year ends or when this next year comes up, is to do my own predator catches. And so I want to be prepared for it, right? Now, outside of that, of me actually doing my own catches, it occurred to me that it would be like a good idea to also like use that gear and kind of like, do my job and kind of like record how my day goes at the checkpoint pretty much and let you guys in on what it's like to be a TSA officer from our point of view, from our perspective, what we go through on a daily basis and all the crazy things that happen at the checkpoint, with passengers and all that. So if you guys think that's a great idea, on both sides, for catching predators and all that, and also letting you guys in on our side of the fence from the checkpoint, please give it a thumbs up right now. Matter of fact, everybody who's on here right now, if you haven't given this stream a thumbs up, please, for the love of God, today's Sunday, give this stream a thumbs up, all right? And share the video and all that good stuff. And if you have not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. There's lots of great content coming soon. I've been doing streams because it's allowed me to kind of like, be a little bit more or less stressed and kind of like be a little bit more relaxed and talk to you guys and, just interact with people who follow the Predator Poacher channels and all that. It's an easy way to interact with you guys. But this is not the only content that I want to put out. I mean, I do love like podcasting and talking to you guys. That's the best part of the day is when I get to do this and talk to you guys and see what you're up to and share information, obviously. But obviously, when the time comes and when I get things set up just right, I'm gonna be using these bad boys in the catches and all that stuff. And outside of the catches, like I said, be at the checkpoint and record the awesome content that happens at the checkpoint with passengers and all that good stuff. So yeah, in the chat area, I know I already said this, but in the chat area, outside of Sunshine and Philly Girl, if y'all think it's a good idea for me to also record content at the checkpoint to let you guys in on what it's like to be us on our side of the checkpoint, like the TSOs, please let me know with a thumbs up in the chat area. That's a good idea. Yeah, we want to see that. Yeah, we want to see that content. Big thumbs up in the chat area. Just let me know. All right. So yeah, outside of all this, let me read some of these comments because you guys are going pretty fast here. So Bill Powell says, yeah, he want to see that. VL Baby Girl want to see that. Okay, cool. Philly Girl also wants to see that. Sunshine wants to see it. Let's see. Yeah, pretty much. I want to say half of you guys want to see that content. So I'll just take it as a yes. But the bad news is, that was the good news. I got the gear. The bad news is that I have to return these glasses and get a new pair because they're not working properly. They're not working as they're supposed to. So obviously I can't do my job or record my content if they're not working correctly. And the same thing goes for the pen. Although the pen, at least it records like the audio very well. But for some reason, the camera part is not functioning as it should. And I did get this stuff off of Amazon, not Wish or the Geek app. So it's kind of like a little bit messed up because I was hoping for good quality right off the bat, but I was wrong. I was mistaken. So Amazon I reached out to Amazon last night and I said, hey, I tested these out last night or whatever, and they weren't working how they're supposed to. So they're replacing it and giving me a new pair between today and tomorrow. And I have to return these, obviously. So, but yeah, as soon as that happens, guys, and as soon as I can test out and make sure that it's working how it's supposed to, you have my word that I will be pretty much, showing you guys what it's like to be a TSO at the checkpoint and all the crazy things that happen and that we see on a daily basis. And then you'll understand why I talk about how I talk about my job. All right. And it's not so much my job. It's like, without disrespecting anybody, it's mostly the passengers, but it is what it is. All right. So I think I'm going to start wrapping this up a little bit sooner than what I wanted to because I was going to stay here a little longer. But I don't know. I feel like right now I covered most of the things that I wanted to cover. But giving you guys a heads up, this week I will be dropping a video that you guys might want to check out. Hopefully between Wednesday and Thursday. It'll be like a best of compilation type video of the different predator poachers and catchers from different organizations. I'm going to include like CC Unit, Predator Poachers, obviously Predator Catchers Alliance, Pop Squad, all that stuff. Filio says, take your time and return your glasses. That just gives you more time to prepare for this new adventure. Sounds like interesting content coming. Oh, yeah, definitely. You're going to want to stick around for that. Rachel, what's going on, Rachel? Everybody show Rachel some love with a hand wave or a thumbs up or a heart. Show Rachel some love. She's always on here, as well as, Sunshine and Bill Powell and Jacqueline, all these other people who's always sticking around here. I appreciate you guys. that username, though, man, gets me every time, bro. My girl's getting mad. Anyways, yeah, so keep an eye out for that video this week. Hopefully, if all goes well and my computer does not give me any problems or technical difficulties like how it's been doing these last few months, hopefully, with God willing's help, I'll have the video done between Wednesday and Thursday, and you guys are not going to want to miss that. It'll be, like I said, a compilation video of like the greatest catches or the greatest moments in predator catching history thus far. And yeah, let's see. VO baby girl, all right, you have a blessed one. Thank you for stopping by. If you have not subscribed, I highly suggest you do. Not for my ugly face, but for the content that I try to provide on here, you will not be dissatisfied. You'll be satisfied, actually. Anyways, guys, Rachel, I know you just got here, but I'm kind of like wrapping this stream up. I'm just kind of like doing like a few quick announcements before I leave. So, but I do appreciate you stopping by. I always appreciate your presence here. Anyways, so as soon as I get the replacement glasses, thank you, Sunshine. I appreciate that. Let me just, yeah, I appreciate that 100%. Yeah. Sagtown, I'm definitely going to leave the stream. I don't take down any of my streams unless like there was like a hiccup in the software or whatever. Your 72nd subscriber. That's where, okay, thank you, VL baby girl. Awesome. I appreciate that. I appreciate that 100%. Yeah, I never take down my streams unless like something happened to like the microphone and I couldn't record or whatever, or the camera. You know, that's the only times I delete my streams. But I always leave every one of my streams up just because sometimes people want additional information on topics that are related to or is related to predator poachers or predator catchers of lions or any other of the predator catcher channels. And I do my best to keep everybody else informed because they do either delete their streams when they go on Instagram or YouTube or whatever. They do streams and then they take them down. So I try to be that person that acts like as a backup channel sometimes. But yeah, I'll keep the stream up for sure. Yeah, so I'm gonna let you guys go. I'm gonna let you guys have a blessed day. Enjoy time with your family. As always, if you have not done so already, and I hate to be a broken record here, like Sunshine just said, well, I'm gonna use a different word. Destroy that like button on the stream. All right, share this content with other people who enjoy this type of content. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. I really appreciate it. And yeah, I'm gonna be back hopefully tomorrow with another stream, and hopefully by then I'll have the new gear, and we'll get to do like an unboxing in front of you guys and put them to the test. So thank you, every single one of you. I appreciate every single one of you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for checking the stream out. Thank you for giving this stream a thumbs up because, I mean, I appreciate it. And I love every single one of you. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right? Peace out. And one love.